Hey everybody, I'm Brian Posehn, comedian, writer, actor, nerd. I've been playing D&D with my friends for a long time. I decided to do a new podcast where we play Dungeons & Dragons in my very own dining room with my wife, kid, and my noisy dogs. So meet my friends,
Sarah,
Ken,
Dan,
Blaine.
Now it's time for another episode of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker, Season 2.
Hey guys, it's Rhodes from Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker, and in episode
3.
30.
No, just 3, buddy.
Just 3?
Yep. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Rhodes.
Thank you. Nice first order PJs there, Rhodes.
You're welcome. And I want to give a thanks to one of my friends who sent me those Mighty Jack books. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I have to do an official thing in a second. I'll go find that. Yeah, a guy sent Rhodes, one of our listeners. You can actually start and do a couple of.
Yeah.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. Bye, Brian. We would also like to thank Sam Gibson.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you,
Love
Sam.
your guitars. Haha.
Thank you, Brown Julius.
Oh, Brown Julius.
Is there egg in that one too?
Thank you, Tyler Mikev.
What?
That's his name.
You pronouncing that right, Tyler?
Funny.
They don't all have to be funny. Some of these people actually want to avoid like a silly Patreon name and just be sincere, like a Wes Anderson movie.
I gotta be
Nobody
honest.
wants
My
to
name
do
is
that.
Blaine Capatch.
Thank you, Jeffrey Croxford.
I'll bet.
Thank you, Jessica Posey.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jess Lanning.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you, Gago's micropenis.
It's pronounced Macroponus.
And that's it. That's it. Go.
Penis.
Cool. So
George
Rhodes was
Johnson?
right. We had received. I just finally went to the PO box since Christmas. I hadn't been, and so this was sent as a Christmas gift to Rhodes from one of our listeners. He sent 2 books, Mighty Jack 1 and then Mighty Jack and the Goblin King. But it says, "Hi, Nerd Poker Crew. These are for Rhodes. Keep being a rad show announcer. Happy holidays from Rob LeDuc." Rob's a long time. I've
Yeah,
seen his
he's-
name before. So
He's been
definitely-
with the show a long time.
yeah, thanks, Rob. That was, and I'm glad Rhodes brought that up himself. He was so happy and really thankful.
Cool. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks for,
These are,
thanks
like
for all the
these
white powder in
retellings
this
of-
envelope, too.
It's retellings of Jack and the Beanstalk,
Really
but
great.
it's done like comic book style. But
Oh, nice. That's great art.
he loves it. Like, we read the first one. We're almost done. And then we got some dice from Jeremiah Dudek, or Dudek. Merry Christmas, Nerd Poker Part 2. I know you have a lot of dice already, but here's some more. And, yep. And let's see.
I'm glad I'm not doing a dodecahedron joke.
Someone wrote me a novel.
Yeah, you got this
Dear
from
Dad, you have the greatest
Brenda's
hair.
on Patreon. You can check it out.
Wow.
You got
You've been
it.
served.
I think the book is yours too.
My name is
Or the-
Brendan, also known as Brendis on Patreon. I just wanted to say thanks for being awesome and having reinvigorated my love of the game. Haven't played in years, but I look forward to playing when my schedule frees up a bit. I made this shirt for Dan. Hope you enjoy it and that it fits.
Wow.
And then he gives me some compliments. I do have one request and suggestion for Dan. Please use a deck of many things at some point. Okay, cool. Thank
And
you,
then-
Brendan. And this shirt, he said he made it. I'm going to open it.
I
while
will
you-
say we had a deck of many things in an old Sark campaign, and it really opens a can of human worms
Yeah.
for everybody
Yes.
involved
Really
in
fucks
the
everything up.
in the
It was a
campaign.
lot of
Very
fun.
possible.
Yeah, it makes people weird.
I never introduced everybody. Did you do that while I was out of the room?
Oh,
thank-
this is Dan.
Oh, no.
Dan.
Oh, I didn't go through that at all. I just went straight to
Blaine.
Patreon.
Sarah's here.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was
Good to meet
distracted
you.
by the fact that Dan opened
nice
that
to meet
T-shirt
you.
and immediately smelled it before he did anything else. Let it be
When
known.
the DM giggles maniacally, it's already too late.
That's so true.
So true. It's funny because it's
And it says
Aaron has your glasses.
It has
MAGA.
your glasses on
What?
it.
It does.
He really did make it just for you.
and then we have one more.
great.
That is great. We have one more thing. Dear Brian Posehn, Nerd Poker Crew, second-time donor, long-time listener, I recall Blaine saying he needed to write down his advertisements because he was forgetting them, so I decided to help him out by printing all the Blaine
Jesus.
the Blaine advertisements from the first 40 episodes of Nerd Poker with BP and F. P.S. Blaine, please put out a comedy album, 20 Charisma. PPS, the attached donation is brought to you by Allie Gertz's album Cosby Sweater. Listen to Allie sing about D&D, her favorite comedians, and much, much more. Buy now, and you will have it sooner than later. Sincerely, Benjamin Dawes.
Seriously.
Wow, thank you, Benjamin.
Thanks, nerd.
And then,
Gotta take a look.
so
at
is
this.
that from the old one or this show?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that's an old Blackie Green.
Yeah, it's Art of Blackie Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts with ones from my act and then goes into the ones that I came up with on the fly because Brian went, "Hey, I dropped a contact. Shit my pants. Brought to you by Pants. Great place to shit. Pants."
What are some of them?
Here's one from February 19th, 2013. Ba-da-ba-da-boo-ah. Listerine eye drops. Ow, that's fresh. Listerine eye drop. Yeah, that's about it.
Well,
and then I had two more, I think.
2013.
Thank-
That's a pretty recent reference for Blaine.
Oh, by the way, Marty Allen died. I don't know if you know who Marty Allen is. He's a
Hello there.
yeah, hello there. He's a googly eyes and he had curly black hair. And back in the 90s, I was at a party, an LA Weekly party, and a bunch of people were there, and I bumped into this guy. I turned around, and it's Avery Schreiber. And Avery Schreiber is another guy from the 70s.
I remember Avery.
Yeah, you'd know him if you saw him, I'm sure. Curly hair, mustache, whatever, famous guy. And I turn around, and there's Avery Schreiber, and I couldn't think of anything to say, so I go, "Hello there." And he goes, "Hello there. Nice." And then he walks away. And then I'm driving home, and later, and I go, "Oh my God, that's Marty Allen's catchphrase. That's not Avery Schreiber's catchphrase. That's Marty Allen's catchphrase." And I said it right to his face, and he looked at me like an asshole. And then 6 months later, he was dead. Now they're both dead.
Avery Schreiber had the giant mustache.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
did he really have a catchphrase, Avery?
No, he was like a Second City guy, and then wasn't he on like?
He was with Burns and Shriver.
Yeah.
But he also had like some
He was a
national
Frito
running
Bandito.
commercials.
Yeah, he was
too.
a Doritos commercial guy
Yeah,
for years. But it was like I grew up with him, and I was so old that my brain fritzed. I yelled
Make me
out,
laugh all the time. And
Yeah.
yeah.
"Funny guy." Anyway,
Want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Not the
you
Hello
guys?
Dare guy.
not the alert.
I think Marty Allen, him, and Art Matrona all got confused for each other.
In my mind, while you guys talk
for
about all
Noah.
this, like you're in combat. Like you guys are just like swinging swords and casting
Talking about
spells, and
Marty
like then
Allen.
leaning
That'd
over
be
your
great.
arms and being like, oh, did you remember?
Oh, I remember this one. Children's Chewable RU486. Sometimes even children fuck. Cherry Grape and Wonderberry. Children's Chewable RU486. What are you, 486?
Do 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 do.
Sorry,
This is the
sorry.
part where Brian
I was trying to
closes the
remember that one.
partition between his house and where his family is hiding
getting
from the
better.
podcast.
Separate the stinky nerds from the regular peoples.
Cool. Well, what happened in episode 2?
In episode 2, you guys went to the College of Roke after witnessing an assassination. So you guys originally went to this town called Tinat for
Fast
request.
acting?
Yeah, Fast acting Tinat. Shuttled you guys. You're such a fucking asshole.
It's a form of early
you
onset
guys.
dementia.
Over here to try to get you to kind of bring the college back. They need this magic college in order
right.
to keep everything running. And
remember
where did you put those books, Brian?
Which books?
The blue ones, the Star Wars ones.
I'll get them back. Yeah.
Yeah, I stuffed stuff in one of them.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I have.
I thought they were free.
Oh, they were, but I didn't think they would disappear, so I foolishly Oh, wait, never mind. Found it. They fell out.
Or star maps.
Yeah, oh, you printed one out because you're
Wow,
great.
thank you.
I did my
Stuff
homework.
I clearly did in Photoshop.
Got extra.
And you know what? You know how each one of these took an entire Chinese province worth of toner.
That's a lot of toner.
What's sad is
The paper's actually heavy from toner.
I know, right? Like I used up all my ink cartridges at home just trying to get this to
Yeah,
you.
each one of these costs about $340.
I know it looks so much better digitally too. Once you print it out, it's like, Dan, why? Because the printer kind of like does that thing where it smushes it all together. It's like, stop killing me.
And did the printer do the thing at the bottom where it says proof of flat Earth?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, interesting.
That really bummed me out, by the way, how when Elon Musk sent that car into outer space, there was a new resurgence of people going, see, the Earth isn't flat. I'm like, this is the 90 billionth video of outer space. This is really the one that's it's like become a meme that this is proof. Like, no, what about the
I can't
other...
even believe
The world is painfully
There's
stupid.
professional basketball players who've done press conferences and been like, yeah, the world's flat. Look it up. And it's like
Christ.
being wealthy gives you so many opportunities to be dumb. It's really magical.
I think if Elon Musk is going to put a car into outer space, why doesn't he put them all up there?
So, now that I've given us 10 different spots of dead air that we can edit later, let's get down to business.
It looks like the moon is on a path to hit various parts
let me
of the planet.
let me explain what we're talking about real quick, because I got in the middle of a ramp up and then I
And then there's
detoured.
three glowing wieners.
Right, there's 3 glowing wieners.
What we're looking at is the thing that.
Thank you, Sarah. So, in the process of trying to do the local Thane a favor and bring the College of Roke back from kind of collapsed for magical reasons, you saw this guy die, and then you went into study. You found this weird astronomy map, and you just sort of tucked it in your backpack. So you haven't used it yet, but I didn't have a physical copy last week, so now you have it. Now you know the weird stuff that was in his little secret room next to a slice of cake, which he was gonna eat as soon as he was done with your meal. His dessert was waiting for him. He had a servant put it there. He'll never eat that special cake that you guys thought was a trap. And so you guys went off on your own with the captain of the guard to the College of Roke in the middle of the night in the rain. And as you passed out of an alley, you got to the sort of triangle that sort of made up the sort of common area of the college. And lo and behold, there were these 10-foot tall creatures that were about the size and shape of Slender Man. That kind of had like muscle tissue and veins and claws growing a few feet out of
Yeah,
their
they were
arms
gross.
and legs. And they screwed Twee up real good when he tried to float in the middle of them and blow a thunder wave into the fire they were
Yeah, they fucked me up
pacing
pretty
around.
hard.
And now you guys are in mid-combat. You've hacked one up real good. You cast darkness on it to try to stop them a little bit. And as you do so, the rain starts to die down a little bit. You're mid-combat. Tom, you're up. You're near the entrance of the triangle. You're by an alley. You've stepped forward a little bit towards the triangle and the fire, but you can do any number of things at this point. You've got 3 enemies in the darkness.
Do we attack any of them yet?
Yeah, Bodhi knocked one of their legs off, and swung again.
Sounds about right.
Swung again, and he thinks one of their robes on fire.
Good.
But they're still in the darkness.
Well then, firebolts from me.
Good old firebolts. All right, I am gonna check and see how much longer this darkness is gonna last, because it looks like 10 minutes, so this could go on for a little bit. Why don't you cast your bolts?
Holding for darkness.
I will roll for damage.
Your call to
What's this
darkness
brought to
is
you by?
important to us. Please stay on the line, and darkness will answer the call in the order in which it was received.
I brought a giant wiped down map. I don't know, a grid. I don't know if it'll fit on the table with all of our McDonald's
I
drinks.
can land it
but,
and we can all eat sushi off of me.
but if
Thank you for holding. Your call is important to us.
Shut the
Please
fuck
stay on the
up.
line.
Eight-
Darkness
8
will
points
answer
of
your call.
damage
The order which was received.
Fire bolts is.
all right, I'm not going to use my towel today because I'm too distracted.
Due to the high number of calls, your call cannot be completed. We were even going to record it for quality control purposes. Sucks to be you, Click.
All right, finally Blaine's done with that bit. Blaine,
Oh no, I'm not done with it.
roll a 100 to see if I punch you in the face. Ken, roll a 4-sided.
Get it. There we go.
Get it out.
3.
I'm also right next to you, so anytime you want, feel free to just
I always knock
reach
them on the
over
ground.
and. Well, we're all last episode. We knocked, I think, every dice onto the floor that we owned. Cool. So you don't miss. You're firing into the darkness, so there was a chance you would, but you don't. You connect with one of them.
8 fires.
Esmeralda, you're up.
So I just cast. The last thing I did was cast a catapult. Was
Yeah, you launched a piece of
so that's
flaming debris.
okay.
in there.
So but we still can't see them in the darkness, right?
No, so there's a chance that it will.
And how far are we from the area?
You are about 20 yards away. Bodhi in one turn was able to like close the distance and start hacking at it.
Okay, I'd like to, but hacking at the darkness essentially. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to, I guess, get closer, but attempt to get like some high ground or in a varied position so I can see from a different angle or whatever.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do with this turn.
Okay. So you're going to try and get high ground and see.
Well,
so
yeah.
I'm going to say
Is there like a? Yeah, I might know something, right?
Yeah, you know that there's sort of like a not an awning, but like a sort of like a staircase, and then sort of like there's a staircase and a sort of raised patio on the other side of the triangle.
Okay.
You have to go around the darkness and fire to get to it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that for now.
Okay.
Just for now.
Cool. Sounds like it's time for me to start drawing a map. Hey, Blaine. I hate to do this to you, but what is this map drawing brought to everyone by?
Map drawing brought to you by Rudy's Barbershop. Why don't you pop on in? Get yourself a trim. Yeah, Rudy's Barbershop. Coolest barbershop in town. Rudy's Barbershop.
Speaking of Marty Allen, I went to see him in Vegas one time.
Okay.
And at one point in the show, he dresses up like a cheerleader. There's some bit.
Oh, okay.
Except the cheerleader costume doesn't fit very well. It's very looser on the groin, and his balls were hanging out. Literally, just his balls were just flying around. Yeah.
Hell no there.
And yeah. He looked confused as to why nobody was laughing, and many people were just looked sad and wanted to leave.
I don't want to see Marty Allen's balls.
I
That's the
have.
sound that they
You're
made. Last time we were here, I went home, and the next morning,
Does that not bug you guys like crazy?
I like
That
I like
high-pitched-
the
Chalk,
I like the
chalk on
squeak.
this. The squeaking
the
doesn't bother
hamster
me.
squeaking thing.
It's driving Brian crazy.
No, seriously, dude. Like I'm having it. I'm having an attack.
Put a pencil in his mouth.
Is this how we find out that you've got like misophonia or some weird audio tick?
Oh no, but I was shaking
really-
it.
he's
It's
really
really
slowing down.
affecting me.
I was turned around while that was happening.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
no,
realize I killed Brian.
do some more and see what happens. Watch what he does.
Hey Brian, I'm really sorry.
I
I
wonder.
didn't know your neck joint could
He's something like this.
Oh, I hate it.
I wonder if this is connected to that time when you were younger and you fucked all those mice to death.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I just killed my friend. All right, so Here's the entrance. This is the alley. Here's the triangle. Here's the darkness. Sarah, Esmeralda's got to get over here to get to where she wants to go. This is the staircase to the banquet hall. Over here is the blades area. And where I did this squiggle to give Brian an aneurysm, these are the dorms.
I see.
Way back in here, there's like a tower and stuff, but you're gonna have to go around to get there.
Okay.
I'm done drawing for now, Brian.
Oh my god.
Sounded like some tantric rat sex.
I hope the mics pick that up because.
Yeah, me too. I'd love to hear it again.
Hey Brian, I'm gonna maybe need to do some edits and need your help listening back to parts of this episode. I hope.
No way.
And then we're all gonna.
Did that give you a bloody nose?
No.
Then we're all gonna do some Molly and go see Poppy.
What is that?
Poppy, the pop singer that's very ASMR.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, she's this blonde. She's got some sort of Svengali boyfriend, but she makes all these. She's big.
She's the Yugoslavian one?
I'm not sure where she's from.
I have no
Hi, I'm
idea.
Poppy.
I'm so glad I don't.
I just erased like Brian's short-term memory.
Yeah.
So okay, you're gonna spend your turn just getting around. The
Why
darkness.
don't you try asking me that again without the judgmental spin on it?
All I'm saying
yes,
is
I was doing it. If you'd like me to, I just didn't know how effective like firing a crossbow into like a black cloud of nothing it was going to be. But
It'll take your whole turn to sort of jog around the dark cloud that the three creatures are in.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, just making a note.
See these?
You just don't want me to die on the other side? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Splitter.
Where are they?
No.
Those are the ones that got sent
What are they made out of?
from Jeremiah.
I just feel like
They're metal. They're
Oh,
called Skull Splitter.
Oh, cool.
Nice weight to them. They're really
Speaking
cool.
of which, you are up, Brian.
All right.
You are
who am
raging
I-
already.
Yeah. Who am I fighting? One of
the guys in the darkness you've just been hacking at.
how much damage have I already done? I don't know.
You're not sure.
Okay.
But you definitely took a leg off one of them.
And what are they? Describe them again. They're like
They're
like Slenderman,
humans.
but
There's three
oh,
humans.
they are humanoid.
It looks like they're on stilts made of their own muscle tissue.
They're real nasty looking.
They you know what they look like? Tetsuo in Akira.
Oh, okay.
Like just weird tissue has elongated their arms and legs.
Okay.
And so they were kind of marching in a circle, and Twee initiated combat by splashing them with an explosion, and then Tom surrounded them in darkness, and you've just been hacking into the cloud.
All right. Well, I will continue to hack away. I'm going to use Herald of Kelmar on this guy.
Go for it.
That would be an 18.
Yep. All right, roll for damage.
Seven plus fire damage. And
Nice.
Whatever
Okay.
else for raging.
So the creature you've been hacking at all of a sudden thuds out of the darkness and lands at your feet. It's a little taller than you by just a smidge, and you're suddenly able to see that you've been hacking at its torso as well as its leg. It's just bleeding everywhere, and it has this sort of like far gone look in its eyes, like it's possessed.
Okay.
And it starts. You've been hearing these weird metallic kind of screams coming from these things, but it kind of looks at you while it's laying on the ground, and it says, "Biscuits are, biscuits are."
Delicious?
Biscuits are.
Biscuits are.
What?
Welcome to the Biscuits are.
It's a robot.
Biscuits are.
It's a robot.
What do I
Biscuits
Tweer.
are.
I think this is?
Biscuits are.
Or you've got another couple of attacks if you want to do. Man, I really killed you with that marker. You've got a couple other attacks you can go for. I mean, this thing's at your feet, just kind of repeating. It doesn't sound quite as robotic as I may have made it sound, but
Doesn't make any sense to me. Is there any reason why it should make sense?
biscuits are.
Biscuits
Seems like it's
are?
just repeating
Biscuits
what
are.
it was saying when it was taken. If it was a human that then was something happened to it, maybe this is what it was saying when.
Number 9.
Yeah.
It's got weird, like, ridge of bone and flesh kind of sticking out of its forehead.
Hack away.
Okay.
Yep, hit it again.
Roll for damage, please.
Excuse me, guys.
I've never killed a man before. Doesn't feel good.
Sick. 6 plus.
Plus fire.
Yeah,
That'll finish him off.
cool. Biscuits are. Fuck you.
You got one more attack if you want to.
Oh, is there anybody nearby me?
I mean, there's the darkness. You hear just sort of shuffling in it right now.
All right, well, I'll move in and slash him with the Herald.
Okay, so you take a step into the darkness. What'd you roll?
20. Oh, no, 19.
19, that's a hit. Because that's with a. Is that with or without the 19?
That was, what do you mean? With that, without, it was with bonus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's still a hit,
Yeah.
I guess, but
All right.
close.
6.
Okay, it's harder in the darkness. Twee, you're up.
I'm going to sort of float up to a safe distance and just fire a couple of hand bolts into the darkness.
Okay.
Is that okay? Mm-hmm. What are hand bolts? I always forget. Are they D8s?
Firebolts?
Yeah. Firebolts, handbolts, whatever.
I have more of these at level 9, don't I? I think I have more.
Firebolt?
Yeah.
Just want to confirm you meant firebolt and not some weird sort of
2
Iron
at
Man
5th,
blasts.
3 at 11th, 4 at 17.
Okay. Then that was 4.
That is correct.
That was 4, not a big hit.
Okay. It's Brian taking me off his Christmas card list for that marker incident.
Brian leaving the room to fart is brought to you by Floyd's Barbershop. Come see what all the buzz is about at Floyd's. Floyd's Barbershop. A lot better than that. Rudy's place. Floyd's Barbershop.
Do you think Floyd's is an Andy Griffith Show reference?
It's either that or a Nirvana reference.
Or is
It's
it
probably
is the Nirvana reference an Andy Griffith Show
I
reference?
think it is. So it's probably Nirvana.
I think I'll give you a haircut.
Oh, here we are now. Entertain us.
I feel like I was unprepared today. I can't compete with the riffs. I'm too slow. So the Captain
60 years old.
shut the
Front door.
Captain Kenwald steps up cautiously and swings his sword in the darkness and misses.
That guy's dumb.
Bodhi.
Odie.
Professor, what's another word for pirate treasure? Well, I think it's Bodhi.
When you walked into the
that's what it
darkness,
is.
you felt your sword connect with something real good, and you slid your sword out of it. And from that very same spot, you feel something slash at you, and just does 2 points of damage.
Okay.
But
I don't like that at all.
something doesn't like you in the darkness.
No, I don't like it back.
And
I didn't like it
then
first.
Something behind you does another 5 points of damage.
That's everything. Rhodes just started taking up the tuba.
That's Mario Dark World.
Is it?
Underground. Yeah.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
Oh no, it's the castle.
Du-du-du-du-du. Oh, is it? Okay.
Bowser.
Dun, 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 dun. It's from Super Mario 3.
So you all notice there are now that the rain has died down, there seems to be no more fire exactly coming from the darkness. You don't hear a crackle anymore, but you do see what looks like little shapes skittering into view from between the buildings of the campus. There's like 4 or 5 of them. They look kind of like people doing a crab walk backwards.
Yeah. Wow. Not this.
Bunch of Reagans.
Tom, you're up.
I'm gonna cast. Is anybody in front of me? Do I have clearance?
Yes, you have clearance.
I'm gonna. Cast,
Although I will throw you this little bone fella.
Yeah?
Bodie's in the darkness in front of you somewhere.
Okay.
The skittering things are not in the darkness, though. They're coming.
Oh
from-
no, they're coming
they're
from
coming- I'm
between
just
the
letting-
buildings
How
all
How long
around
does
you.
the darkness last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. So I'd say it's
Maybe
been
that's-
going for a
maybe-
solid
maybe that wasn't the
2
best
minutes.
spell to cast. Well, I am going to shoot. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to cast grease
Where are you going to cast that grease?
Grease is the word.
in front of the skitterish.
All right, well, you're going to have to pick a direction because they're between a bunch of buildings. You're in like a little circle. You're in the triangle.
It's like creating a haunted house, like with like slippery floors.
In front of you-
I cast peeled grapes.
Here, I'll try and paint a picture with just my hands and not a
Cast Legionnaire's disease.
terrifying, mind-rending marker. But there's a fog of blackness here. There's the alley you came from back there.
Okay.
And it's building. And between the buildings, you see these.
So from
things
all around us.
all around you,
Where were we at? Where is the direction Bodhi was in?
kind of in front of you a little bit.
Okay, so I'm going to cast to the side.
Okay,
So that way.
cool. Kind of in the direction Esmeralda ran.
Oh, did you run there?
Doesn't really matter. She's at this point going to be on the other side. I'm not telling you because you're going to fuck her up or
Yeah,
something.
I don't want. I just don't want to fuck anybody up. I just want to cast something that'll slow,
Yeah, you can
slow the other things down.
Sure. Yeah, you can do it off to that side.
Greasing.
Hey,
grease man.
Cool. Esmeralda, you notice as you run around, something goes squirt on the
Oh my.
cobblestones. A slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square. So
All my casts are some variation of 10.
It's just like a weird obstacle.
it's definitely getting complicated around here.
I'm going to cast slippery tire next.
You're up.
Oh no!
So I'm on the other side now.
You're on the other side, and you managed to get up some stairs. You even are able to kind of hoist yourself up a little bit onto these like risers that form a sort of mini patio for people who are inside the building on the second floor. And you can't see a whole lot looking down into the darkness, but you do see the tops of what looks like arms kind of swinging in the black fog.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna then try to crossbow one of the.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Roll your 20.
I will. Oh yay! 17 plus my
Battle.
attack bonus, but I don't have here. But yeah, hopefully.
But I'm gonna just for
For some reason, it didn't print on
Yeah,
my
you
sheet.
you have a +2, so that's a
Okay.
19. That's
Oh yeah, there it is. So 19.
Roll for damage. 1d8 plus 2.
8 plus 2.
Ah, wow.
Dang. Okay, so thud.
What's that? 15 or something?
Somewhere
You
around
thunk into one that looks like it might be swinging at your friend Bodhi, and you hear a little metallic screech as it plunks into him.
I think it's Bodhi.
Speaking of Bodhi, you're up.
Yeah, did we
Alright.
talk about the fact that they sound metallic? Mm-hmm. I mean, did we talk about that?
No.
Yeah.
You
All right. I just
mentioned
wanted to note it, I guess.
We thought they might be robots because of the biscuits thing.
Biscuits.
Biscuits are.
I think they were serving biscuits at a party. Okay, go.
Biscuits are.
Swing.
That dice is great.
Were they rubber biscuits?
18.
That's a hit.
Bow, bow, bow.
Relax. 2.
Okay, that's what we call not a ton of damage.
No.
So you scrape
Not that
something
happy about it.
with the old Herald. Why don't you swing again?
Sure.
Whoa.
I just assume you want to. Yeah, that thing attacked your tower.
20.
You really flinched.
This episode brought to you by Elderwood Academy, maker of dice towers that can survive Brian rolling a giant brick through
Between
it.
that squeaking
Those
and
dice
that
are heavy.
dice shooting.
Super jumpy tonight.
Well, I know it's because I fucking tortured you. All right, what was your 20 roll?
7. Oh, it was way enough.
Okay. This is called your Dungeon Master trusting you. And then 7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So you plunge your sword into this guy, and it sort of leans into your sword a little bit, and you hear it say, "Miss you come. Miss you come."
Mississippi
Come on,
University, grad summa cum laude. What
Misses
is
it.
I don't get it.
And for a second, you see its face wafting in the darkness.
What do
just
I
that
staring
what
what do I
you
at
think
do
you.
everything?
what do I think it's doing?
You do feel
Miss
like
you
there's a
come,
weird
biscuits are.
sort of brain loop coming out of this thing as you kill them.
Biscuits
come.
are miss you come. Biscuits are miss you come.
Biscuits. Oh, miss you come.
I don't know.
I feel like it's not a puzzle. It's just what they were probably saying when they were doing
Miss you
whatever.
come.
I would say that's pretty likely.
When they were doing whatever.
Whatever they were doing when they were killed or
Some of their
turned,
last memories
yeah.
before they were
I gotcha.
possessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a vibe you get, I'll say.
All right.
Biscuits are.
You got one more attack.
Number 7, medium Dr. Pepper. Number 7, medium Dr. Pepper.
16 plus 7.
Well, that is what they call a hit. Mm-hmm. This thing's already in your sword, so we're going to call this sort of your exit wound.
6 plus fire damage.
Cool. You go ahead and sever this thing's spine, and it just sort of folds over.
Miss you come.
Now I feel like we're really doing them favors. No. No, I mean, like, were they people?
It seems like they were.
Yeah.
It seems like they were humans, and something happened to them. Twee, you're up.
Dan, I feel like your world is full of tragedies. I'm still mad about the Thane, I guess. But I just, like,
I definitely tried to fuck with you guys immediately.
very
I'm
screwed.
gonna
Yeah,
send a
very Drew
couple
Barrymore.
more firebolts into just the closest guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it felt like it would have been stunt casting. It's like Drew Barrymore.
It was very much Drew. Is that what you just
That
said?
is what I just said.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I think we're on
yeah.
the same page. Yeah, it was.
You said Drew Barrymore?
I did.
Sorry.
But I said,
There are a
I said
couple
it
people
away from
talking, yeah.
my-
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
What? Why? You're sorry that we have
the same thing.
Yeah, we
No,
have
it's
the
just
same.
classic writer's room where the woman says something, and then 2 minutes later, a guy
You
just.
son of a, I'm going to put it.
Oh, from screen. I mean, spoiler. but yeah.
Got it.
I did that at
scary
midnight
movies?
recently when Tess Rafferty pitched a Pygmalion thing. She goes, "We should do like a Pygmalion joke," and then I was something else, and I go, "Hey, why don't we do like a Pygmalion thing?" And then, I didn't hear the end of it for 3 or 4 weeks. It's like, yeah, but
That's awful.
yeah, it really
Yeah.
is bad. I don't know. Still don't know why
We're
we
good
do-
guys if we feel bad for doing that.
Yeah.
No, I,
This was
There's
legit.
guys that do that for a living.
That's what I
Sarah
was gonna say.
seems to believe that it was a coincidence, and I think we.
Was it Great Minds?
The repitchers of America.
9.
Okay, so chunk, you knock a couple into this guy who's left. There's one human male left in this fog. Bodhi's still in there, and here comes the captain. He's trying to just sort of lean in, and he connects this time. And he manages to finish off the human, which falls out and mumbles something under its breath, and he just kind of walks over and executes it.
Biscuits are come.
No, it sounds like it said something about, I come over here, something like that.
Midwest.
The captain says we should keep moving. I don't like those things I see in the shadows.
Oh, we don't like them either.
I love them.
He looks to you, Esmeralda, and says, do you have a plan? Where do you think? What is it exactly? Where should we start? I'm not sure how much time we've got here.
Well, I have some thoughts about where there are most likely to be survivors.
All right. Well, where do you want to start with that?
Sidebar, Dan told me, and I don't remember because it was a while ago.
Oh, great.
So
Yeah, you thought that there could be some
before we started the game like a month ago. Yeah. So
in one of three places. Back where you were, the Blades section, there's fewer students, so there's a lot of empty buildings. There's also the banquet hall.
I repeat all this to everybody, so it's coming out of Esmeralda's voice.
Yeah.
And there's some storage rooms underneath the banquet hall that people like to go. People like to go there to smoke illicit
Glad you remembered
substances.
that.
I
And
bet there are biscuits in the banquet hall.
there might be
Biscuits are in the banquet hall.
I'll be taking care of those.
So I was Esmeralda remembers these three
Right.
options.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw.
You would have to
skull
go-
splitter at you.
Nobody's listening anyways.
No, this is
Taking
nerd
care of
poker,
us.
unfortunately. So
Punch my Brian.
there is like a mage tower sort of far back, and that's near where the Blades part of where the Eldritch Knights train for the school.
Okay.
And that's where you think there's this whole empty buildings that people might be in. The banquet hall is where the stairs are. You're like literally
Okay.
on the
Well,
steps.
should we maybe just start there since we're at the banquet hall area, or what do you guys think?
Sure.
As you guys talk, you notice the skittering
those
creatures
skittering
are
things.
out of the shadows, and they're sort of
Falling all over the place. 'cause of the
slowly
grease.
walking towards you. One more thing. You notice there's actually everyone. Why don't you roll a perception check for me? Maybe you don't notice this. I like to be very choose your own
I got
adventure.
a 14.
I got 16.
17.
17.
What was this? What we were supposed to roll?
You're.
Brian just slips on the grease.
I wanted to see you needed a 15. So anyone, if you roll,
I got a 14.
Esmeralda, you notice back at the alley where you came from, because you got kind of a high vantage point. You see what looks like a small human shadow, sort of
Coming
peering,
in or out?
coming out from the entrance alley where you came from.
But they're coming into the college from outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small human.
Okay. We can't see them?
No, but it looks almost like a child's silhouette.
Is it doing reference laden 80s style comedy with a mullet?
Nope.
No, then it's not Dennis Miller. Thought it might have been Dennis Miller.
No.
What the hell?
Is anyone close to? I mean, we were all kind of a little.
Yeah. Everybody except for Bodhi, Bodhi, are you out of the darkness? Do you step out as soon as you know you killed the third one?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So, everyone else is kind of grouped over there. You can kind of call out.
Hey, watch out for the
Tweet
grease,
flying,
you guys.
Or was he just invisible?
Yeah, he's flying. He's kind of hovering
Maybe
over
he could.
everything.
Maybe he could just
Grease
do
all over the
a
place.
loop de loop around that terrifying child that just came in the gate.
Sure.
I'm editorializing. Maybe it's a charming.
Well, right. You go over there and you look what looks like a sort of like a street urchin kid, sort of peeking through the shadows.
Tell him to stay out of here.
Oh, for the pool.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And you notice at the end of the alley that the wooden planks that had been kind of lazily placed back up after the captain pulled them down are kind of like fallen over a little bit.
It's Oliver from the movie.
Is this kid gonna eat us?
Just a kid, street urchin clothes. Looks
Tell him
like
to scram.
looks like he came from the city, as opposed to the college.
Does he want figgy pudding?
Skedaddle. Get
Is
out of
it-
here.
What's he? Is he?
He's kind of looking around.
Is he looking at me?
He's looking at all of you, looking at the monsters' corpses.
Okay, I make like a massive get out of here gesture at him.
He's not really focused on you, unless you're yelling or something.
I'm gonna sort of float down and go, "Hey kid, hey, ooh, you might want to some bad stuff going on here. Ooh,
Do a persuasion roll, please. See if you get through to him.
18
Ooh, +6.
That's
plus 6.
way,
That's got to
way
be
good.
like 39 or something.
He says, will you walk with me?
Well, I'm flying, but I can sort of float next to you. Yeah, sure, why not? Where are you going? Why? Do you have a problem? Are you scared?
I don't know where my parents are.
They weren't killed right in front of you, were they? Coming out of the opera? Because if they are, boy, you're going to be rich. So rich. Crazy rich.
Will I get a cave full of expensive things? Maybe a dinosaur?
Well, and guano. You like guano,
How do you
kid?
feel about bats?
Well, I don't know. I did fall into a bat cave right after my parents got killed.
Do you like to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
So the kid is kind of nervous. Like, you got to get kind of close to him and kind of like... He only seems to move when you like get right alongside him.
And my ankle bracelet gets real hot and tight.
Look at him through the scarab.
So as you're doing that, the rest of you notice the things that are kind of coming out into the courtyard. There's 5 of them. So they're human torsos
And
Yeah.
and a human head, but the head is bent way back.
Right.
And it's all torn up, like it's all just sort of muscle tissue.
Yuck.
and no eyelids, just eyes
Yeah,
kind of leaning
yucky,
back and
yucky.
looking around.
Okay, yucky.
And there's no formal arms. There's just sort of just these strands.
Casual Friday arms.
There's strands of muscle tissue that look like almost like centipedes, kind of like walking these
yucky.
things, dragging them across
Horrible.
the ground.
I so
and
wanna
then these
kill it.
legs that they're human
I
legs.
just want to kill the shit out of this.
Just bare human legs sticking up in the air.
Yeah.
And
It's like
so
they're thinking their ritual.
muscle tissue is like dragging them along the ground, and
to watch the
the
ritual, by the
eyes
way.
the eyes are looking around, and the legs are just sort of sticking up in the air.
Guys. Maybe it got it followed.
Oh, I saw the ritual.
It's pretty good.
it was
That
good.
monster is
Yeah,
crazy.
it was pretty great.
Yeah. So are they
What are you guys gonna
attacking?
do?
They're approaching? What
They're
are they doing?
approaching.
I'm gonna attack it.
are they slipping and sliding?
I'm attacking
A little bit, yeah.
Are you having
I
a
mean,
fun time?
They don't. They look like they're just like little strands of muscle tissue, just kind of slap, drag.
They're grotesque.
There's like 20 strands on either side of their body,
No.
kind of just flopping around, dragging them out.
No.
So you're gonna attack one of them,
I am
Tom?
casting a poison spray at them.
Okay. Roll for damage, please.
All right.
Don't be too close. I feel like
I'm not.
think
I'm
you're
not going to. They're gross. What happened? You drop a die?
How fast are they moving?
These skull
Not very
splitters are
fast.
amazing.
Yeah, these dice.
They're moving at like a walking pace.
12. 1. I got 2 of those.
He made his Constitution saving throw.
Never mind then.
So this thing kind of just slides off to the side as you spray at it. To do this, you had to
Lucky.
get within 10 feet of it, and it seems to pivot its sort of upside down head eyeballs at you and hone in on you, and now it's moving at you very
I
fast.
hate it.
Perhaps a little faster than a normal walk. None of the others are moving this fast.
Great. Stay on the leader.
What's looking up that armor class for Tom Doretto?
Last I checked, it was 14.
14 it is, and so
Does that change at levels? No, I guess not.
do a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right then. Here I go. Dexterity saving throw coming up. Hey, that's a 20.
Wow.
A handful of muscular strands whip at you like they're trying to grab you, and you manage to sort of scurry out of the way at the last possible second.
And you also catch a baby that fell out of a window.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Battle axe.
What you doing with that battle axe? Now you're
Polishing
raised
it?
up a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Battle
Can I get to
axe.
any of them to cut off some of those weird formal limbs?
Yes, you can. Why don't we all roll for initiative? And Twee, you're technically not in combat right now, but
16 plus 2, 18.
Plus 3.
19 plus 2, so 21.
what'd you get there, Tom?
3.
A 3. Jesus.
Yeah, it's good,
Sorry,
right?
guys.
It's all right, man. Don't die.
Don't die, dude.
Anybody watching the
plus
Olympics?
4 to initiative, so I got a
Yeah.
7. Yes, I watched one bit of skating. Good
Watching all
stuff.
the snowboarding's been fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
As luck would have it, Esmeralda, you are up first.
I just watch it for the commercials. Not that good this year.
I saw Skeletor's dick up in the half pipe.
I think I've
19, 15 plus 4.
That's a hit.
have I ever told the Shaun White story here?
I don't think so.
So Doug Benson and
9
I-
total
okay.
damage.
Great.
We when he was a kid, probably 25 years ago, they did. So he's 31 now. Yeah, that's about right. We did Austin, Texas, MTV Sports and Music Awards, where it was skateboarding. It was big guys like Tony Hawk, and then we had Wu-Tang Clan. It was amazing. It was like this.
James Coco.
It was a lot of fun. We were there for a while, and 311 and all these bands, and then all these athletes, and they had like a snowboard ramp, and they brought snow in and did this whole thing. But one of the things that they had going on was this pro skateboarder called Bob Burnquist, and then this kid Shaun White. And Shaun White is 6 years old at the time, and they're both on this giant half pipe, and they're doing this dual thing on the half pipe. It was really cool, but then they mistimed it, and Bob Burnquist was coming into the half pipe with a lot of speed, and he hit this kid, Shaun White, and it was like seeing this kid get hit by a truck.
Oh,
and
my God.
he just slides in the middle of the flat bottom, and we all thought he was dead. And like everybody there thought this kid was dead. And Shaun White's mom came running out, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And paramedics running and grabbing this kid.
Yeah.
And MTV didn't show it forever.
Right.
And then they did like a lot later. It was
Yeah.
like extreme, and
that's
then
exactly
yeah,
it- was it a dry deck show?
child
yeah. And it's by that time Shaun White was already like famous snowboarder, but he was one of
They
those
should
kids.
just have him
that-
on Rob Drydeck's show and showed it there.
it's probably shown up on stuff like that before, but it messed me and Benson.
sure,
were,
yeah.
we were super high.
We just saw a
watching
kid
this
get
thing.
killed.
And we were just
Ha ha.
like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And now he's one of our greatest athletes.
Did he
It's
did he
just crazy.
recover
Every
at that
time
point, or did he just get carried away?
He got what? Well, I feel like pretty quickly we knew he was at least okay,
He
and
got
at
him
least
and
going
shook
to
it
live.
off. Okay.
But yeah, but they still had to, paramedics had to take him off and put, make sure his neck was okay and all that. And it was really scary.
Immobilized him.
Yeah, but I can't not watch Shaun White and not think of that story now.
I think-
it's crazy that he's one of our biggest athletes. But
Yeah. Well, he tried and tested at age 6.
he already had a ton of talent
Yeah.
at age 6 for him to even be, on the same half pipe with Burnquist. It was crazy.
We should do that to one of these monsters.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you guys watch infant curling?
Is that where they play, or they're the curls? What is that thing called? The puck?
Yeah.
I wish they were called the curls.
It's not the weight, is it?
I think it's a puck.
Sarah, you're up.
Is it puck?
And I believe you hit.
No, I just
Call
I
in
just-
if you know
I
what
just
the
did eight.
thing
I
is
just did
curling
eight.
is called.
Yeah,
I
give
know.
us a call
Yeah,
here
yeah.
at 1-800.
All right, so
eat shit. I mean, not you. Just what it's
plunk it
spelled.
into its rib cage and it doesn't die, but it definitely looks like a mess. It doesn't make a noise other than like the general crunching when
That's good. That's something.
you slam into it. Bodie, you're up.
Another one of these.
Another one of these.
But
I'll give you another one of these.
was I in the middle of it, or am I attacking a new one?
Oh, it's not. Well, there's the 5
This
crawlers.
is different. Yeah, these are the crawlers.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, I'm gonna.
You killed the 3 walkie guys.
I'd like to kill 5 crawlers. I'm starving.
I'm gonna use Kalmar again.
Okay.
They're called stones or rocks in curling.
Okay.
Still like curls?
I don't think that's
Got
a
a
hit.
handle on it though.
It was just a 5.
Sure isn't.
Handle it. Handle it.
All right. I'm gonna
Try again.
swing again. That would be. I'm guessing 17.
Roll for doomage.
Damage.
8 plus fire.
Cool. Bodhi, this guy that you're swinging at likes you. Do a dexterity saving throw, please. Beat a 12.
Yep.
All right. Swing some little muscle strands at you, and you dodge out of the way. Twee, you're up. You got a little kid. You floating?
I'm floating. This kid says he wants to get out.
Yeah, he's trying to
keep this
find his
kid away from
parents.
Are there any other kid? Do I get the feeling that this kid is like living in the walls or something, or that he came
You don't
from
know. He's
filthy, dirty rags?
Yeah.
It's like, where do you live? Where do you need to go?
I live in this city. I live in Tinat. Over near the Merchants District.
Oh, the rents are crazy over there, aren't they?
It is.
It's become very gentrified.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, remember what happened to Haight Ashbury?
I don't even want to get near it. There's a Ben and Jerry's right there on the corner. What are you gonna do?
Gotta get me out of here. This is scary.
Where do you need to go? I can't really leave my friends. I can get you to the edge of the block, and then you're on your own. Which way are you going?
Will you help me? I don't know what to do.
This thing.
Hey,
This motherfucker.
Should have been on the mic. Yeah.
This ass.
I don't trust him.
He calls across the courtyard as he's
I don't trust that
This
small
thing.
child.
as he
thing,
stabs
I
a
don't trust
monster.
him.
I don't trust that kid you're with.
Hey, I'm gonna pull out a gold piece. Give him a gold piece.
Wow.
Hey, I hate to pay you off like this. This is so cheap, but I really have to get back and take more damage from whatever these things are.
He says, "Oh wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you just get me to the wooden planks over there? I just don't want to be in the dark."
Yeah. I can get you to the planks.
Please, sir, can I
Come on,
have
let's
some
go.
more?
We're gonna hustle over to the planks.
Okay. So he continues doing that.
He seems like trouble.
The captain runs over to where Esmeralda is, and he doesn't attack. He calls out, "I think we should go inside. I don't like what's going on right now." He says, "I'll hold the door." I didn't mean to say the Game of Thrones reference. He said, "Everybody get inside. I'll wait for Twee." But I don't like how this battle's going. I feel like we made a lot of noise, and there's a lot of things coming out of the shadows. This is a little not good in my opinion. The other three.
Esmeralda just talks over him and goes, "I think we should go inside. I actually think that this battle's not going."
He goes, I just said that. I don't know.
Oh, did you? I didn't even hear you,
that
but I was
was
just
my
thinking
joke.
that we should.
Oh.
That was my joke.
Okay. I mean, I guess maybe I wasn't. I just.
Can I do a quick, like, do I genuinely think that he is? I'm sorry that I'm second guessing everybody, but
No, you should. I like to be creepy and
yeah,
and
everything
mysterious.
seems very suspect. So
Yeah, this kid I don't trust.
like, seems weird for a
second.
mercenary or for like a guard to be like.
He's not
"Oh,
a mercenary. I mean, he's a guard, and he's
Yeah.
trying to be more confident than your dungeon master perhaps is. So
Okay.
he says something more along the lines of, "All right, everybody, I think this battle's gone south. We started with 3 guys, and now we got 8. Let's get inside this door."
I don't know. I just rocked this dude pretty. But I mean,
It's
whatever.
still squirming around at your feet. I mean, it's it's up to you guys. I will say, however, that the other 3 are all sort of skittering towards the door where there's now 2 people. They're all sort of headed, and you're in Captain Kenwald's direction, where all the most noise is,
They're
basically.
slipping in the grease so much.
It looks really funny.
Everybody roll a perception check.
11.
13.
Tom takes a nap.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Woo!
You hear what sounds like footsteps.
What's up?
That's all you hear for now. That's all you notice.
It's not Jesus
where-
carrying me
coming
on
from
the
where?
beach again. God,
From everywhere.
is he trying to impress?
Scuffling.
I don't like that.
Scuffling from the shadows. Tom, you're up.
Which stops?
Yeah,
I'm
damn.
up.
Yeah.
Can I yell
attack
that to the
whatever's
group?
in range. What?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What happened?
Footsteps everywhere. Let's get
Everywhere?
inside. Everywhere. Let's get inside.
All right, I'll run to where Esmeralda is. I use all my
Use your turn to
use
run.
all of my turn.
Got it. Esmeralda, you're up.
Again?
Well, I mean, you just yelled. I mean, it's kind of.
Oh, I thought that it was my
The
attack
dialogue
was,
didn't count.
I thought we haven't. Okay.
No, Twee's escorting this young man to the gate.
Very gentlemanly. All right, so let's. I guess we are getting people inside.
Call
So
him
there's
by
a
his
door, a single door leading inside. Okay, so I'm gonna hustle everybody in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a big banquet hall. There's mess
Okay.
tables and stuff in there.
So is Bodhi with us?
No, he's on the other side of the darkness. He's chopping at a guy.
Oh, okay. So did he hear when we all were?
Well,
gonna go inside?
once you're done doing your turn, it's Bodhi's turn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna attack. I guess whatever thing is closest. Just to try
There's
to
a guy
finish-
you just
finish.
chopped at.
Okay,
You can chop at him again.
I'm gonna try to chop at him again. Yeah. 17 plus
that's a
4,
hit.
so
Yeah,
21.
yeah. Roll for damage.
This damage roll brought to you by Rudy's Barbershop down the street from that shithole Floyd's with the bathroom problem. Why don't you keep walking? Come on into Rudy's, get your hair cut by some professionals. Rudy's Barbershop.
9 total again for damage.
Great. This time it kind of splits in half and sort of slimes out in front of you. Stops moving. Kind of hear like a weird gurgling noise. And Bodhi, you'll be up next episode.
Yeah.
But as you're about to go up, you guys notice what seems like some more shapes emerging from between the buildings.
Like I said, footsteps, man.
You know, those fucking footsteps, bro.
Well, thanks for listening to episode 3, everybody. Anything to plug?
It's that Mad Magazine. If you could purchase and subscribe, please.
Cool. BrianPosehn.com for tour dates. And all that.
Skeletoursdick.org.
Skeletoursdick.org.
Charity.
You haven't seen Skeletor's dick?
It's Ken's new charity.
I really don't like
Sure how it works.
Skeletor's.gov and that new food stamps replacement program they've got going.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have him on the stamps if he's still alive. It's weird.
Well, we'll see you episode 4. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California 91416. Thanks for listening.